Hello friends, today we are going to have a discussion on the boiler mountings and some of the accessories. As it is your one of the important topic in the boiler, and in left hand side you can see the boiler is there and the associated your mountings, the steam stop valve, safety valve, your cell plating, this is chimney, the pressure gauge, manhole, the water level indicator, fusible plug, combustion chamber, this all your brick linings, feed check valve, then the smoke box, fire doors, dampers. So all these things are coming as a mountings and accessories. So we will have some discussion on this part. Okay. Here you can see the Babcock and Wilcox boiler. Babcock and Wilcox boiler is a water tube boiler, and you can see over here the mountings same as this: pressure gauge, the water gauge, feed water inlet, safety valve. This is your complete steam drum, the main steam stop valve. Okay, this is the constructional part of this. So we will discuss the construction part in some other video. Okay, this is your manhole. Okay, so this clean outdoors. Okay, so this is your basically the water tube boiler, Babcock Wilcox, and here you can see the flue gas is shown or like this arrow, then blue color is water, steam is this color, and superheated steam is like that. Okay, so this is something which is a color part of it. You can see that. Okay, anyway, we will continue the mounting only. Here you can see the mountings which we have seen. The safety valve is there, the stop valve and steam stop valve, the purging valve is there, the pressure gauge is there, scum blow down valve is there, bottom blow down valve is there. Okay, main feed valve is there, water level gauge glass is there. So all these are the mountings. So you can utilize this diagram also for showing them all. This is the easiest one. Here you can see this is your smoke tube boiler, and this smoke tube boiler is having the variable mountings shown over here. Okay, so we will have the description of these. Safety valve. So we will see now about the safety valve. Safety valves are fitted on every boiler to avoid over pressurizing. So whenever the over pressurizing is there, the safety valve will lift and release the steam. Normally two safety valves are fitted on the steam drum. In no condition these valves will less than 2 in numbers and must lift at a pressure 3% above the boiler working pressure irrespective of the boiler types. Okay, the steam valve is made up of cast iron body and two independent valves are fitted on a valve seat. Okay, these valves are connected by a lever by means of a pivot and held tight, so that held tight with a position by a spring. That means the spring arrangement. I will show you the diagram also. The spring force keep the valve seat shut, and the valve seat is shut under the normal condition. When the pressure exceeds inside the boiler with the normal working pressure, the upward pressure exceeds the downward spring force, the valve is lifted and the excess steam is released to the atmosphere. This is something which is the main functionality of your. Here you can see the boiler safety valve. This is the thing. So down below, from down the pressure will come, and this is something which is going to lift up and the steam will be coming out of it. So here you can see we are talking about the spring. This is the thing which is there, and with this we have the your manual arrangement of lifting the safety valve with the wire and your pulley arrangement. Here also you can see that, and once you pull, this wire will be pulling up. So once this will be pulled up, and once this will be pulled up, this will touch with this and it will lift up the part of it, and accordingly the valve seat will lift up. Once the valve seat will lift up, whatever the steam which is coming from here, this will come out. Okay, so this is the part of the boiler safety valve. The diagram is shown over here. Okay, steam stop valve. Another is the important part is your steam stop valve. As the name says, this is the steam stop valve, which is basically main valve through which the steam is being supplied from the steam drum. Okay, steam stop valve is connected to the boiler to stop and regulate the steam flow from the boiler to the distribution lines. Okay, main steam stop valve on the boiler is kept shut to avoid the backflow of steam to the boiler if and when not required. When the boiler is functional, the pressure is already right up. So to require the steam to be utilized in engine room or accommodation or for the cargo purposes, we have to keep it open. The flange of the steam valve is bolted on top of the steam drum. Main valve body is made up of cast iron, while the valve seat is made up of gunmetal. The spindle on one end is connected to the valve, while the other end of the handle wheel passing through yoke, gland nut and gland packing. The valve is operated by rotating the hand wheel, and rotating hand wheel in turn rotate the spindle, which moves the valve to go up and allowing the path of the steam to flow. Okay, so this is the main working principle of the steam stop valve. These are the two major mountings. Here you can see the main steam stop valve, and this is your diagram, a general thing. So once the hand wheel will be operated, this valve seat will be lifted and the steam flow will occur like this. Steam will in into this and this will go out. Okay, so like this, whatever the steam which is being utilized, it will flow through like this. Okay, vent valve. Next is your vent valve. So vent valve is installed on the boiler cell to vent the air from steam drum during the starting of the boiler. Whenever the boiler is started from the cold condition, so there is a air inside it, so we have to purge it out. So for purging it, we have the vent valve which is fitted, and this is going to remove the air part of it. A vent valve can also be used to release or dump the moist steam in the starting. Means, so whatever the water bubbles or you have the moist steam, so in the starting when we are firing from the cold condition, we can release this also. Once the air will be released, and after that this can also be released. These vent valve also comes handy during the boiler shutdown, because we have to equalize the pressure from outside to inside. So we will keep it open, so atmospheric pressure outside and inside the boiler pressure will also same. So as it let fresh air to enter into the boiler drum and avoiding its collapse under the pressure. Okay, so this is something which is your. Now the pressure gauge. We know that how to come about the pressure which is associated with the boiler. How much is the pressure inside the boiler? To know that, we have to have the pressure gauge as a major mounting, and we have to see the boiler pressure in that. Pressure gauge are fitted to the steam drum and the superheater also to indicate the steam pressure inside. Very true. These gauges are fitted on front top of the boiler cell and represent the pressure in bar. Okay, so we know that we will, by seeing this only, we will come to know that the pressure is there so much in the boiler. We have the pressure transmitters also in the boiler part of it. A Bourdon tube of cross section is attached to the steam space and one in through the siphon tube. The tube itself contains water to avoid steam to enter into the pressure gauge. Okay, so the tube which is connected to the boiler steam drum and to the pressure gauge, it's having some water, so that the steam will not come to that part. The water will be there, and this will pressurize the pressure gauge, and we will able to come to know the pressure inside the boiler. The pointer is connected to the threaded gear attached to the spindle. When the pressure is applied on the Bourdon tube, it becomes circular turning of the spindle and the pressure is being known. The cause of the pointer to move along the gear, and this represents the boiler pressure. It's simple. The Bourdon tube gauge principle is there regarding the pressure gauge working. Okay. Now you have water level indicator. This is the one of most important in the boiler, because water, we have to know that how much water is there inside the boilers. For that, gauge glass. Gauge glass is the most important part of it. A pair of water level indicator is installed directly to the boiler cell with an additional remote reading gauge installed at the convenient position. They are installed directly on the front end of the boiler. Okay, showing water level in the boiler drum. Basically, we have two gauge glasses. It consists of a glass tube with a 3 independent cock: steam cock, water cock and drain cock. This is the functionality. We will show this thing or in the next slide with the diagram. Okay, steam and water cock separates glass tube with the boiler steam and the water respectively. Drain cock, on the other hand, used to drain the water from the glass tube. Okay, we have two gauge glasses basically, and both are set at a different level to make sure that whatever the water content inside the boiler will be. Let's see, this is the thing. So first in this condition, this is open, and this is generally closed. Okay, so once we have to open this one, we will open this. So and we have to close this. First we have to close this two and then open the drain. Okay, so first step. So whatever is there, it will be drained out, steam and water. Now what we have to do, we have to open the steam. Now we have the drains open, we have to open the steam cock. So steam will come out through this. If there is any blockage also here or here, any part, so steam will come out with the full force. So this indicates that the steam passage is also clear and the drain is also clear. If at all any blockage is there, that will also be get clear consequently. Now we have to close the steam one. We have to open the water, and the water, we will see the water is coming out. So that means the water is also clear. Okay, so now we will make sure that these two are there closed, and then we have to close this drain cock, and after closing the drain cock, we have to slowly open the water cock. So once you open the water cock, the water will completely fill up into the gauge glass, and then we have to slowly open the steam one. So as soon as the steam pressure will start acting from the top, the water level will go down, whatever is there, the water level inside the boiler. So inside the boiler, let's suppose this one, so you will see the water level also in this one. That means the water will come over here from this, inside also the steam pressure on top, and outside also in gauge glass the steam pressure on top. So both will equalize, and this will show the correct water level. Okay, so this shows the gauge glass blow through procedure, gauge glass part. Now you have the blow down valve. So what is the main purpose? We have to, as per the chemical treatment, we have to blow down the valve, or blow down the boiler. Okay, so for blowing down, we have the blow down valve present. Basically it is attached to the water drum. These are fitted to the water drum to enable the water to blow down from the boiler in order to reduce the density. Basically for reduction in density, this is required, or time to time when the conductivity or when the chloride content is also increasing, we have to blow down this. Okay, so when we will discuss about the chemical treatment, or you can say the testing of the boiler water, then we will have the further discussion what is the remedy if any of the chloride is increased, your conductivity increased and all. So we will discuss in that video. Okay, when boiler is shut down, these valves are used to drain it. Okay, so this is the main purpose. These are having two valves in series. First valve, this is something which you have to know, that when we are using the blow down, we have two valves in series attached. First valve we have to full open, we have to fully open it, while the second valve, second one, we have to open it in such a manner, like a crack open, in such a manner that to adjust the flow of water, whatever is required as the rate of blow down. So what will happen, the first valve, the valve seat will be protected, so there will not be any problem of the valve seat cutting or wearing. Okay, so this will make sure that the valve will never leak. If you close it, it will close. Okay, the second one, even if it leaks, the valve seat leaks or the cuts due to the steam passing through it, then what happened, we have the main thing, we can close the first one tightly, and the second valve we can change, or we can change the valve seat. So that is the maintenance part of it. So this is something which is very important to know, and these blow down valves are fitted on the water drum and in two in series. Okay, and this is basically, these two valves are leading to the ship side valves. There also the two valves are there, and it is basically used to drain out the. Now same like that, we have the scum valve. They are mounted on the steam drum, having an internal fitting in the form of shallow pan. So shallow pan is there in the steam drum, and basically it is being utilized when you have the oil contamination in the boiler. Okay, and this is basically collecting the foaming part of it, or the scum part of it, and once you open it, so whatever the, due to the steam pressure, the oil contamination or the scum part of it will come out of this, and this is again connected to the blow down line, and through that it will be blown out of it. So for clearing the oil contamination, this is very much utilized. Drain valve, this is something which is the another thing, your drain valve, they are mounted on the headers. Okay, basically to drain the boiler completely, and this is possible when you have the boiler is in shut off condition, or in offload condition, or we have to do the maintenance of it, major maintenance inside the boiler, or the inspection part of it completely drained out of it. So then we are utilizing this one. Okay, so chemical dosing valve, this is also one of the mounting on the boiler, and these are fitted directly to the steam drum, basically to enable the feed treatment chemicals to be injected directly. Means water treatment is done as per the requirement of the chemical in the boiler, and this is basically injected into the steam drum so that the quality of water is being maintained. Okay. Now, I hope all of you have understood about the foam and how foam extinguishes fire and the different types of foam as per the quality and your expansion ratio. In the next coming video, or you can say part 2, we will have a further discussion regarding the various types of the foam systems, as well as your low expansion system and the high expansion system. Okay, thank you.